Alright, hey guys, in this video we'll be reviewing Moonlight.
Moonlight,
yeah.
One of the big Oscar contenders. I want to try to catch up on all the Oscar, big name Oscar contenders coming out this year for February. It's almost February now. I think it's January 30th.
Yeah, we watched La La Land too, but we haven't did a review for that.
I'll do a review for it.
And we saw Rogue One, but
that shouldn't even bother to be an Oscar, or shouldn't even bother to be in the theaters.
But that's a different video. Let's move on to Moonlight.
So big time contender Moonlight. I wanted to see it because it had the character or the actor that played Cottonmouth in Luke Cage.
I forgot his name.
Last name's Ali, something.
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali, whatever.
No. Alright. I don't know the main character. I've never seen him in a movie before. And Janelle Monáe, she's a musician. She was in it. She played the girlfriend of Cottonmouth. And basically what this movie is about is a boy. He's
it's a three-tiered coming-of-age story.
So like the first part shows him as a kid. Second part of the movie shows him as a teenager in high school, and then the third part is him in adulthood. And it's just basically his journey of being a gay black male, and it gives you that perspective and how he copes with that, kind of.
Really, I think the way the story is told, it seems like there wasn't enough, I'd say there wasn't enough gayness really in the story to make it a gay story. Really, it put it more in a perspective of a kid struggling to come up in a tough environment. I mean, it didn't have to be gay. It seemed like a minor detail to the story.
Because his mom in the movie is kind of doing crack and all these kinds of drugs, and she's very abusive to him. And it just shows him basically struggling, and it's kind of sad, but I really like the perspective it gives you, being a black male and gay. You know, it's kind of like two strikes, kind of, because I mean, I know, but anyways, I thought that perspective was interesting, and overall, I thought it was a good, great movie.
You know what I like to see? I like to see a movie about maybe the black struggle, where white men are not the bad guys. That's what I like to see, because it's not good old the taskmaster up on the hill with his sheriff hat. Yeah, I'm gonna get these coloreds out of my county. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
I wouldn't say that. I mean, they didn't. I don't feel like they were making the movie to be like.
No, of course not. He faced a lot of in-group persecution. So people within his own peer group that trashed him. Yeah. Now, like I said, I mean, yeah, he's gay, and maybe that plays into his more sensitive side, I guess. Mm-hmm. But really, it could have been anything. It did show. The only reason I feel that it played a part was it showed his breaking down of his personality in the Reformation. The story, like I said, is broken into 3 parts, and they're named Little, which is the name he took as a kid. Chiron, the name that he took as a teenager, and then Black, the name that he took as an adult. And he molds himself in this super buff macho man with gold fronts and the Grand Am, or whatever you call it.
He's trapping, dealing drugs and stuff, and that's really a facade that he puts up, because I mean that's not the real him.
And then that breaks down. It breaks down because he's gay, but really, you could have. And I guess this is more of a universal thing, which I like when movies have a universal feel. Like, so if you were to take Brokeback Mountain, that could have been about any 2 people in any sort of sexual relationship. It didn't have to be gay cowboys. All it did was put in a reason for added pressure. And Chiron, or Black, or Little, however you want to call him, had extra pressure because there was that stigma about being gay. So I like that there was a universal feel. But people claiming, oh my God, it's the gay movie of the century. Really? It's just like Whiplash was about drumming, but it could have been about race cars. Could have been about race cars. It could have been about growing plants. It could have been about, picking your nose. Picking until it bled. And you got to dig deeper to get more gold. Anything.
Well, I mean, the movie I think overall was great. Gave me perspective and, as a gay black male growing up and facing adversity, and you're kind of rooting for him, and it's kind of like an emotional roller coaster. But in the end of the movie, you kind of left like, what? I mean,
yeah, there's no resolution.
There's no closure. There's no closure to, okay, what is he gonna stop acting like this? Is he gonna stop dealing drugs? Is he gonna stop putting this macho man act and finally let his guard down and show who he really is to this guy that he liked?
There's this boyhood crush that he had ever since he was little, and then Chiron, he had a hand job on the beach. There was a realistic portrayal of the hand job. Subtle details like wiping off the nut in the sand.
Okay, but
that's realistic. That's what I would do if I was jacking somebody off on the beach.
Okay, they don't need to hear that.
But as a black male, I feel that the stigma that we face at the end was broken down, because he's putting his head on his shoulder in the end scene of the movie, same as he did on the beach when he finally let his guard down. But I would have liked a little more to maybe see him take those gold fronts and toss them in the ocean, do something like that.
Yeah.
The final scene, though, was to show him as a boy looking at the ocean and looking back at the camera. Maybe it was a recall to his boyhood coming back, his innocence coming back, and him dropping that black persona, which had been critically judged by his boyfriend.
Yeah.
Or what do you want to call it?
Yeah. But Moonlight, I think, was a good movie. Great. I give it 4 out of 5, mainly because the ending left me kind of hanging.
Yeah, I wish it had been more final. I mean, you can extrapolate it, but it was like a flat note on what was a decent movie. Mm-hmm. At least he didn't get his brains bashed in at the end or something.
Yeah,
awful
like in Brokeback. But
I feel like they add that in a lot of gay movies just for
emotional kind of.
Yeah, for credit. Kind of like in tranny movies at the end, they always show the tranny's penis. Do you love me like this? It's like in all these films, Boy Meets Girl.
It's like
there was this
cliche kind of thing.
Yeah, it's just this
not
thing.
Needed, but...
So I give it 3.5 hand jobs on the beach out of 5.
All right. See you guys later. Hope you liked it. Rate, like, and subscribe.
Yeah.